Hi guys, how are you doing? Hmm? It's your girl Luciana Wahoo, and yeah, it's your girl Luciana Wahoo, and I just want to talk about how I met because this is a question like I do get this question not only from you guys, but from my family members, and since I left that guy, or since I'm the one who decided. Um, I'm the one who decided to get over that man and move on. Yeah, I'm just talking about how I met my Turkish baby daddy. Yeah, he's my ex. I have no boyfriend, single. I've been single since 2022, you guys. And I haven't. So I decided before this year ends, because everybody keeps on asking, what happened between you guys? You have a child together. uh why you know I haven't seen you in a while. Now I'm back because why not? So how I met this guy is I was working in Turkey. Yeah, so my son is half Kenyan, half Turkish, and he's a very handsome boy, by the way. So I was working in Turkey in a city called Ankara. So and after like 6 months working there in Turkey, I had no friends. Like I was so lonely by then, and I decided to myself like, yo, hi Elvin. So I decided to ask around, like, do you have those dating apps or where I can find people to talk to or be my friends? And I decided to download Tinder, and I had Badu. So, but Tinder was like crazy. I met some crazy people on there. Like, I'm like, what's you guys? I'm like, so I decided to log out Tinder and delete my account because so many people were like crazy. Like these are Turkish men who have never even, I don't know, interacted with a black girl. So they would report my account several times. I don't know why, but I think let's just leave it like that. So I went on with Badu because I met two Kenyan girls who were on Badu, and and they told me Badu was the best to find people, to find friends. So that's why I met him. So I met him on August 2021, and we met in person because I quit my job in Ankara and I moved to Istanbul. So when I went to Istanbul, that's when I met him, and we met on September, before after my birthday is on 2nd. I think we met around 13th there. So I met him, and he was like, I went with my friend. I remember on my first date with that guy. So I told my friend, like, I cannot go alone, men are crazy. I don't even know him. So my friend was like, okay, let's go together. So we went, and for me and my friend, the vibe we were going for, we wanted to go clubbing and dancing. So that's where my first date happened. That's where I met him. But he came pick us up, and he asked, where do you guys want to go? Do you want to eat? Do you want to do things? So we told him where we want to go. So we wanted to go to this club. It was only for Africans. It was called Af- Afro Club, something like that. It is in Istanbul, somewhere around uh, that somewhere around Istanbul town. So we went there, but the vibe, he didn't like it because he's the only white person. I think he felt so like he felt uncomfortable, and I could notice how like he doesn't know the songs. People are dancing, screaming. So and he has never interacted with a black person before. So I was the first one. So I told him, since you look bored and everything, so why don't we move to somewhere you are comfortable? So we went to another club. He knew was nice, but it's only for white people. Like, yeah, so it was only me and my friend who are the only black people in that club. For us, we didn't mind, so we enjoyed, and then we went to his house because it was so late at night. We couldn't go back to our place, so we went to his house, and we had some dinner, and then we slept. And the following morning, he drove us back to our house. That was the first day. And from that day, we keep on talking and talking. And then he decided to ask me out. So I went, we met. He told me his feelings. He told me how he likes me, him, all those things, you know. And for me, I was just like, I wasn't sure. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I want to date him because my intention was not to date him. I really wanted him to be a friend. But then we dated, we started dating on September 2021. Yeah, he told me, I like you so much. You're my only, I don't know what. So I would go, he would come pick me up. He would drive 2 hours, pick me up. We go have maybe something to eat, then we go back to his house, watch a movie. He really enjoyed football, so every time there was a football match, those international ones, Manchester's and all those ones, he would come pick me up, and he really enjoyed my company, according to what he used to say. Okay, for me, and he wasn't perfect in English because we would struggle. Tell me why I was dating somebody who we cannot even communicate two sentences in English. I love will kill me. So, but I would teach him. Like I would spend so much time on him. I would teach him English. Like I would do my best. I would teach that man. If he watch this video, the things I did for him, a lot. Because for me, once I love you, and I commit myself to you. So if I want you to improve, I will do everything to help you improve in things you like. Because he really wanted to learn English. So I did my best. We'd buy books, we'd read together, and he would say things, then I would correct him, and he became better. Like coming November, he was like, oh my God. He would text me in English, and I would be like, wow, you are really improving. And I was really happy about that. So we went on, we dated until we dated. He was nice. I never had I never had a thought in my head like this guy is cheating on me, this guy is lying, because he will even leave me in his house like for 2 days. I would stay there, even when he's not there. I would stay there. I would do anything I want in his house. I would cook. I would. He never. This guy, he never liked or loved my friends. You know, I would take my friends to his house because I would take my friends to your house because what do you mean? You told me to enjoy my company in your house because you're not there for 1 week. So I would take my friends, my girlfriends to his place, and we cook this Kenyan food, you know. Since you know life abroad sometimes before you get your country food or staple food in your country, sometimes it's hard because where I used to work, it was called Gebze. It's Gebze city. In Gebze, it's like in the countryside. Like you never find things for Africans. So once I was in Istanbul because he used to live in Istanbul. Thank you guys for your likes and your interaction. So we'd go cook food and everything. So that's how I met my baby daddy, and I met him through Badu. Yeah, it is a dating app, and I that's how we met. And coming, so we dated for a whole year since we started dating on 2021 September, and we broke up on December 2022. We broke up on the first, like for me, once I felt like this guy is not for me. So I got pregnant on November, October. So, guys, let me tell you guys the truth. I was pregnant, but I never knew I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant 3 months after. Like, I never felt anything. I was normal. I never had those things like, your cravings. No, that never happened to me. But I would feel sleepy and I would just ask myself, why am I so sleepy? I would even skip lunch at work to go sleep. So so that's how I met this guy. And once I told him I was pregnant, uh, I took a pregnancy test with my friend back when I was working, and I sent him a photo of the positive pregnancy test. And what he told me, he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy. We're gonna start a family together." And mind you, this guy, okay, this was never like, I never met any of his friends. I never met any of his family members because I never understood why. I only met one of his cousin, and it was through a video call. So I don't even know if that person is a cousin, a friend, or he was just lying. I never understood why he never let me see his friends or whatever. That was just like, okay, my friend would bring it up, and also I would think about it, and then I would be like, okay, maybe he's not, maybe his friends are far away, maybe they are busy. But I'm like, hey, hell no. If I'm dating you, of course one day I will meet your friends. But for him, I never met any, just one cousin through a video call. And because this cousin was fantasize the fact that, I don't know, he's dating me, and not because of me, because of the skin color, because I'm a black girl, and and I'm hey, that was crazy. So I told him I was pregnant, and he was happy. So he came, he asked me that day, like, can we meet tonight at my house so we can talk about it? And I was just like, oh my God, this man is so sweet. Like, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, he's so sweet, he's so lovely. And mind you, I think I was so naive. I think I don't know what I was thinking. Because tell me why a man who loves you cannot even spend a penny on you. Of course, he would come pick me up 2 hours, drive me, and drive me back. Okay, that's fine. But even on my birthday, that guy, he will never buy me anything. Even a gift, even the smallest thing in this world, he would never. And not because he was poor or he was lacking. This guy was rich, rich, rich. Not rich, 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 but he was well. Like, he was driving a good car, he had a good job. But I would ask him to buy me some things, because, and then he would say, oh, I'm gonna get you next week, and next week passes, and he would be the same. But for me, since I had my own money, so I never saw that like a big deal, because I would buy whatever I wanted with my money. But right now, I do think about it, and I'm like, Luciana, why are you crazy? Why are you not using your head? Can't you see this guy? A man, yeah, I know a man who likes you, he will spend on you. Okay? Mm. Oh, let me sip my coffee. So I went to his house, and he did not say anything. He was just touching my belly, because, okay, my belly was flat, like flat tummy. I had a flat tummy. You could never notice like I'm pregnant. My face was just like the same, smooth, nothing. I never had cravings. Just apart from being sleepy, nothing else. So he was just sleeping and sleeping on my tummy, touching my tummy, and he would just, he said nothing, but he told me he was really happy that he's gonna be a father, and we should start planning future. I don't know what. That was the only thing he said. He never said, oh, now we should do this. You should quit working or anything. So then I went back to work. I went back to work come December 2021. So, oh no, yes, I no, I remember now. I start that guy we dated for only 6 months, and then I got pregnant. So December 2021, it was nice. I didn't have any plans, so I went to his house, and I think we had some food or something, burgers, and he never talked about anything else on, yeah, until December 2021 31st. That when he brought up the I should do an abortion. Okay, he told me he has been thinking and he's not ready to be a father, he's not ready to start a family. I should do an abortion. And I'm like, an abortion? Are you crazy? You want me to have an abortion? What if I die? Eh? What if I die? You don't even care if I die. So yeah, and then he went ahead, he looked for a doctor, and he told me he's a very nice doctor. So he would text me all these crazy things, like, after I left his house, he's blowing up my phone with crazy messages. Like, I was just like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yeah. Okay. I know people do abortions. I know, but not me. I'm healthy. You can do abortion for on various cases, but on my case, I got pregnant not because someone raped me. No, we we were dating. We were in love. We did this. Can't you remember? Huh? Can't you remember how you enjoyed? eh? Eh, So he sent me to this doctor, and yeah, in my culture abortions are not allowed, um, unless it's a rape case, or unless you're sick or something. The doctors advise people to get abortions on different cases. If you're raped and you don't want to keep the baby, you can get an abortion, of course, and other stuff. Okay, if you cannot carry a baby up to 9 months, instead of having a miscarriage, you can have an abortion. So, and this guy, you know how much it was costing me to get that abortion? Because, once he sent me the website, it has all the details and the phone number of the doctor. And I asked him, who is going to pay for all this? Who is going to pay? Is it me? Who is going to pay? Me or you? But for me, I knew deep down, if he gives me that money, I'm not going to get an abortion. I knew it. I swear to God, I really planned to buy stuff with that money, because I knew. Because, sorry guys, my someone is calling me. So I knew I would get stuff, baby stuff, with that money. So we went on, and he changed a lot. He really changed, and he would start abusing me, like verb. He would say things about me like they were. I'm like, are you the same person who were like in love with me? Because he would be like, you will never be a good mom. You will be the worst mom in the whole world. Jesus. Oh my God. Hmm? Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Yeah. And he really, oh my God. Oh my God. Can you tell me how a grown up, because he was 31 years old. I was, I think I was 23 years old. Yeah, at that 1 year old with brain can say such a thing. You will never be a good mom, you'll be the worst mom in the whole world. And he would say things, and then he would say such things to me, and then tomorrow he's like calling to check on me. How are you feeling? How are you doing? And he would repeat the cycle. He would repeat the cycle again and again and again. That guy made me go, I think, I don't know if it's stress. I think I was so stressed because I was just like, I'm in a foreign country, I'm pregnant, okay, I'm working, but my job cannot give me maternity leave with a pay. We were living in a shared apartment, which I need to pay every month. So if I decide to have this child in this country, I will suffer a lot. I even had suicidal thought. He really made me start having suicidal thought hmm, because he was like, oh my lord, the things that man did just to make sure um I don't know what he really wanted, but he did bad things to me. I will tell you all of them. But today it was all about how I met him, how we found out I was pregnant, and how he reacted and how he started changing his behavior. So this is part one. So we're gonna continue on part two on how after 6 months after my pregnancy turned into 6 months, what really happened. So I don't know. Yeah, he was, and that's why he hated my friend. Especially he used to hate Mary because Mary would tell him the truth straight up, like, you know, because for me, I think I was blind. I think I was blind by love. But she would tell me, she would be like, oh, this guy, hey, something about him is off. Something about him is off. But for me, I was just like, what do you mean something about him is off? What do you mean? Can't you see this guy is coming to pick us up from 2 hours away drive? Not because we cannot afford to take ourselves wherever we wanted. We could. We could take a train from Gebze to Istanbul. Hmm? That it was only 1 hour 30 minutes, but with car is 2 hours. Since he's driving you means nothing. That's what now I understand. Since a man does small things for you means nothing. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Things people do for love is crazy. It's really crazy. And I'm one of them, and I'm so guilty. But that's how I met this crazy, crazy, crazy man. Because until now, I'm not hurt. It's been years. I'm not hurt. I took time to heal, to heal. And I thank God I have never had a hate or think my son. I love my son to death. Like, I love him so much. He's my pillar, he's my everything. I love him. Hmm? But that man, wherever he is, I don't know if he died or he turned himself into a ghost. May he never know peace, because I will tell you guys in part two what he did to me, which triggered me. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? So that was just all about part one of how Luciana thought she met the one. Hey, so that's it. Yeah, make sure you come back to part two, because I have to get ready to go to work right now, and I will see you guys later. Make sure you type what your thoughts are, and and have a lovely day, night, wherever you're watching from. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And why I've never done this story time is not because most people think I'm still hurt by him or whatever, but I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not hurt. uh, no, I've healed. I've made peace with myself, and I've moved on. So even though he decided to come back from his ghost life, he can never reach us, and I've made sure he can never, because there are people you can give like chance, be a father, but the things he did, Allah, no, hell no, hell no. Even though he has changed, no. I've made peace with myself, and you guys, thank you so much. I love you, and thank you for your support. I see you guys later. Adios, amigos.